Hello, this is Billy Core from the Nostalgia Mall, and in this video we're going to take a look at a couple of thrift store finds that I got this weekend, starting with this. This is a Nintendo Wii, something I have never had because I never owned a console past the original Xbox, GameCube, and PlayStation 2 era. So this is mostly uncharted territory for me because I say mostly because I've played Wii's before at a friend's house. But that was a long time ago, like 9 or 10 years ago. And here's the cool part about this Wii. I only paid $4.50 for this thing. And came with the power cord, sensor bar, and AV cables. Missing, however, are the Wiimotes, the controllers, and games. So, assuming this works, I will have to source some remotes, some games, and some nunchucks and controllers, all that good stuff. And also, this seems to be one of the older Wii models because it has GameCube controller ports on here. So supposedly I can play GameCube games on here if I had any. I used to years ago. And you got your GameCube memory card slots there. Got your disk drive. Down here is SD card slot, power, reset, eject. There's the serial number and all that good stuff. And on the back we have two USBs, AV out, the sensor bar connector, and power. Now, with this only costing me $4.50, there's got to be some kind of catch, right? Well, so far I'm not really seeing any catch. There is a sticker right here that says tested. Now, I don't know what they mean by tested, so I guess we'll have to test it ourselves. So I have no clue if this is going to do anything. Now, again, we don't have the controllers and games to actually play a game on here, but if we can at least get it to power on and show something on my TV screen, then I'll know whether or not if I should go ahead and invest in some games and controllers. And so I'm going to hook this up to my old school 1980s Montgomery Ward TV, and we will see if we can get any life out of this system. So hang on. Okay, I've got it connected to the AV on this TV. Now I'm going to go ahead and plug power up to it. Don't know if it'll turn on automatically or not. Okay, looks like we got a standby light. At least I think it's a standby light. Remember, I'm kind of a new when it comes to Wii, so only one way to find out if it works or not. Okay, the TV flickered a little bit. Oh. Now it wants us to press A to continue, so that ain't going to happen. So I have a feeling we might not get past the screen, but the fact that this is showing up is an extremely good sign. Now, I am unable to test for disk drive functionality because I don't have any game disk for this, so that could be a problem, but I will see about getting a game or two for this, as well as the necessary controllers. By the way, I don't have the sensor bar hooked up just because it's kind of pointless without the Wiimote. So, yeah, looks like we got a working Wii. Okay, just as I turned the camera off, it switched over to the main screen, and again, I can't really do much with it. The picture quality is looking good. no dimming, everything's crisp and clear. The date is correct, it is Monday, March 15th, but the time is about 30 minutes ahead, but not too bad. And so, yeah, we will have to get the necessary accessories for this Wii before we can do anything with it, but yeah, I'm very excited because I've actually been wanting a Nintendo Wii to tinker with for the last year or two maybe, but just haven't really felt like paying the money for it. But hey, for $450, you can't beat that. Of course, I'll probably be paying even more than that for the necessary things to get it to run. But anyway, let's move on to our next item. Okay, our next item is something a little bit more up my alley since it's for a vintage PC. This is Interx 2-player game pack for use with IBM PC and compatibles. And this includes two very cheap-looking game controllers with a Y cable to connect two controllers up to one game port on your sound card or wherever your game port might be. And it comes with a CD-ROM game, which we will definitely have to check out. Here's some more info. It says, valuable CD-ROM software game included. We'll see how valuable that is in a moment. And it includes two PC Pro pads with 2-button digital control pad, 2 speeds of semi and hands-free auto fire, and 8-way directional movement. And the Y cable allows two 2-button controllers to function on a single game port. And you can see what I paid for this, $6 at the local Goodwill. And that's pretty much the same stuff that was on the side. Same thing again. And so let's go ahead and open it up. Okay. And we have two controllers, both pretty much the same model. We'll look at that in a moment. And we get our Y cable, and unfortunately I do not see our valuable CD-ROM software in here. That was removed by the original owner of this, so that is a shame. If anyone knows what may have originally come with this CD-wise, please let me know. Okay, let's take a look at one of these controllers. PC Pro Pad, digital PC control pad, independent auto fire, 2 speeds, semi and hands-free auto, 8-way directional control, and extra long cord. And on the back here, get some more goodies as well as a description in multiple languages. IBM PC 386, 486, and compatibles. Let's go ahead and open this up. I'm not even sure if this has ever been used. Shipping and handling fees on warranty service. It was even worth it to get fixed. Interact as one more way of saying thank you. By completing and returning this registration card, you will be entered in our monthly drawing for a free Interact product. Isn't that amazing? So if you can get this open, you don't see these much anymore. The handwritten style registration cards. Everything's done electronically now. Open there. And here's our controller still in the protective plastic. Again, I don't know if it's ever been used or not, but it looks brand new. And it feels okay. These 2 buttons up here are kind of spongy feeling. Yeah, that's not the worst I've ever felt, but this D-pad feels as expected. And I thought these were some shoulder buttons right here, but they do absolutely nothing. It's just plastic. and the Interact Pro Pad SV230. And I'm not going to bother opening the second one. We already know is probably going to be the exact same thing. And here is our Y cable for our game port. So let's get this hooked up to a vintage computer and try it out. Okay, I got the corner packer bell fired up. This is going to be our test subject. And I've got the controller hooked up. I'm actually doing this the next day, since it's the last part of the video you saw, because I did film the initial test run of this controller on here, but I was running into some issues, and I just felt like the video was just not up to par to my standards, so we're going to do it again. So this time I'm a little bit more prepared, and yeah, it's pretty cheap feeling, and it even has that very, very cheap plastic smell. Almost reminds you of rotting fish. And I don't know why this monitor likes to do this. I think the connector on my Voodoo 1 card is flaky. So I may have to get rid of the Voodoo from this computer, which is unfortunate, but I just don't have any skills to resolder the connector. And I have replaced the pass-through connector. That did help quite a bit, but occasionally it does still glitch out. But anyway, you can see I've got the gamepad set up in Windows. Now, unfortunately, it's going to be a little hard to show the gameplay footage and the controller all in one shot, so you're just going to have to go by my narration. And so the first game we're going to test with is my all-time favorite, Earthworm Jim. And as I found out last night when I did the original video, this is not a very ideal game for this setup.
Groovy!
And you will see why momentarily. And I already have the gamepad set up for this game, because like I said, I did try and record this last night, but it didn't go too well. Now we have the ability to jump and fire, but unfortunately I'm lacking the ability to use the whip, so I had to map it to the keyboard, to the question mark key, because this is only a 2-button gamepad, and this game expects more than 2 buttons for a gamepad or joystick. But other than that, it plays okay, and I can set the auto fire on, and it kind of works with this game, but not really. I wouldn't recommend using auto fire in Earthworm Jim. Now this will be a little hairy, but I got it. Cal has been launched. Thank goodness. I was losing sleep over that. Now, for a more tricky task like whipping this hook, it's a little hairy to have to control the movement with the gamepad and the whip with the keyboard. I just barely got that. And I will be surprised if I get that. No, I didn't. Now, if I'm a little bit more stealth, okay, we'll give it one more try. Without hitting the Windows key, you dummy. Nope. Oh, that was technically a shortcut. So I'll just go the regular way that we're supposed to go. So yeah, nothing really special about this other than the fact that I have to use the keyboard for part of the controls. It is very annoying. And unfortunately, I can't really show the second controller with the Y cable because I don't have anyone to play a game with. My wife is not here. But I guess that'll do it for Earthworm Jim. I'll switch it back to 800 by 600, 16-bit color. And I believe we ought to try a game that's probably a little bit more appropriate for this kind of controller. And that being Jackrabbit. Go to my DOS game directory. Where are you? There we are. Keep forgetting to make shortcuts to these games. Okay, for some reason there is no sound. I wonder why that is. Because I played this game last night in this exact same way, and it worked. Nope, no dice. Okay, why is my sound not working? I have my doubts about that, but... And yeah, I should probably be playing this in real mode DOS. That is peculiar because it worked just fine last night. Okay, so Jazz Jackrabbit seems to be the stubborn one, so I guess for now we'll just go with something else. How about, it's out of season, maybe Holiday Hair 95. And we're going to have to set it up. I don't know why plain vanilla Jazz Jackrabbit won't work. But hey, let's celebrate Christmas in March. Alright, yeah, this is a much more appropriate game for this. And auto fire works a lot better in this game. You can see I can just run amok and kill all the enemies without having to press a button, or a second button. And we got some better weapons that we used all up immediately. And we'll turn that back off. So yeah, it's... I mean, it's okay. It's not my ideal gaming setup. I would much rather use a regular joystick on a PC. Oh, and by the way, what looks like shoulder buttons right here are not. It's just hollow plastic. They do absolutely nothing. And so that's a quick look at the PC Pro Pad. It's halfway decent. I wouldn't recommend it. It's a shame, though, that the CD was not included in the box. That's what I was mostly excited about trying more than the gamepad itself, but if anyone knows where I could find a copy of that, let me know. But I guess that'll do it for this video. Until next time, this is Billy Core, signing off. Thank you for visiting the Nostalgia Mall. If you liked what you saw, please like, subscribe, and follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You may also support me on Patreon if you would like. Until next time, this is Billy Core, signing off.